goes up right. Hopefully. Uh, Yay. Okay, got it right the second time. I will eventually learn the ins and outs of this whole magazine harvest for this particular endeavor. Here we go. That looks pretty good. Okie dokie. So we are ready to begin magazine harvesting. I just need to move this cord out of the way so I don't get, so it doesn't get in the way of what we're doing. Oh. I gotta remember to do airplane mode the next time I come on. All right. So we're going to get through magazines today, and I hope that you guys will enjoy your time here. Hey, Jacqueline, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. How is your Tuesday going? So, we're going to definitely take these letters here for ransom letters. Not real interested in this lady, but I do think I want to fussy cut these ladies. They're a good size. So we'll start with scissors here, and we'll cut that off for ransom lettering to be processed later. Oh, no worries. We all have things we have to do and things come up and stuff like that. I appreciate you coming in and giving me some feedback on the camera. I will, it's a learning curve, definitely for me. So there'll be some mistakes for a little while, and then, you know, I will ultimately get the hang of it, and it will all be wonderful. You're an early, so you're actually in bed? Nice. Well, thank you for giving me a listen. Or getting ready for your rest. If we talk you to sleep, well, I wish you a fantastic night's rest, and I hope you have an awesome Wednesday. Just in case you drift off. So we have two of our ladies, and we'll probably take this picture too. I'm going to try and get through. This is a, what did I decide this was? I looked at the table of contents before it's a Vogue. So we'll get her. I love her little hair flip right there. It's kind of retro. It's always with the big bag, but I do like this one. So I think we'll go ahead and cut that out. It's fun because you have insomnia. I hear you there. I have been there myself many a time. I've been quite busy lately, so I have trouble falling asleep is my problem. If I can get to sleep, I'm usually okay, but it's the falling asleep that gets me. And I think it's just a busy brain, you know, these things happen. But I do get it. Hey, Roseanne, how is your day today? Hope you had a magnificent Tuesday. I was very busy today. I have some stuff to post in Patreon. And I spent most of the day, well, I spent the early part of the day, you know, putting the orders together. You can't stay asleep. See, I can't fall asleep. You can't stay asleep. So we all have our, it could be menopause. It could just be, you know, I've always been kind of a night owl. But, you know, jobs and stuff don't always allow you to be what you know, to go with your own, the flow the way you normally would. So we're going to look at what's on the back of this picture. Someone's foot. So we're going to take the Fendi letters for ransom letters later. We'll process those, at, you know, after the live or in a different session. For now, we're just looking at harvesting what's in here. So I think maybe I would fussy cut her out. I think I would like to. So I'm just going to trim around the edges of her. We don't need all of the extra paper that can go in the recycle. And ta-da, we have another thing. There's a lady lying on a couch with big letters up here. It has always plagued you, yeah. I gotta say, I was always a night owl. Oh, that's interesting. I do like this. It's a little dark, but oh, good, you can see it real clear on the screen. That's nice. This is much better filming. It's not all fuzzy like the Logitech. It's going to be next Monday is when it's going to be. Maybe a small sale, but I'm trying to hit it once a week. Just well, I'm trying to save up money for. Well, I'm not just trying. I am saving up money. You know, I'm working on getting a place of my own. My time here is almost up. Got about 3.5 weeks left ish, and I've got my eye on a couple of places in a town nearby, about 3 hours away. I'm not ready to divulge too many more details than that. I may keep this here, but I do like this lady. I think that that is a nice, fun image that could be used in any number of places. So we're going to keep that, and then we'll keep the CCI up here for ransom letters. Oops. But we will cut off that part where I just ripped it away. Well, I hope you can catch it too. Mondays, my sales should be, there'll be probably weeks even going forward after I move where they're, because I'll have a job too by then. It's like a little circle. So you've got a place to live right up here and a job to help support the place I live while I'm working on the business, you know? And so it's like that little, it's like a circle thing. I need a job to have a place. I need a place to have a job. So, yeah, but for the most part, I'm trying to hit it every Monday. I can hold the orders for people to mail them, both orders, you know, with the second order total and the shipping. But that way you can save on shipping that, you know, without having to pay shipping every week. And don't forget that people at the Patreon level, $5 and above, get a 10% discount automatically for the live sales. If you purchase in my Etsy shop, which I'm getting ready to open back up, there'll be a code for that goes out to all the Patreon members. And then some of the levels, depending on what level you're at, there are 15 and 20% discounts off of items you order in live sales or from the stores. So yeah, it is. It really is. And I want to save everybody as much money as I can as far as shipping is concerned. I'm working on it. It's a lot to do all the things. You know, but it's fun too. It's not just work. It's a labor of love. It helps me to do the things that I love to do, and to get to share them with you guys, and we can all have fun together. We can work on projects together, or I love these. I know this is silly because I'm a short, wide person, but I love these dresses where when you shimmy, all the little pieces shake like that. I think they're so fun. A lot of fun. But these are some super fun images here. I want the words, and I definitely want the lady. I think she'll be fun in a collage, or in you know, like a personal journal or something. Oh, thank you. You have some, your sales are super fun. I've been in a few. But I appreciate I'm going to cut, because this is like, there's more pictures. They're treating it like it's on a camera roll or a film kind of thing. And I don't want those extra edges. I really just want the image itself. That might even come out. I don't know, because of the gray in here. It might come out as a, if I were jelly plating, that might come out as a print because there is pretty good contrast. Might not get all the finer details, but I think the lady would come out in the background. So here we go, another fun image. The weekly sales. Well, they're a lot of work. You have to first dye the paper, and you got to make sure that it's processed the way you want it. And I'm going to take off the Dolce & Gabbana because I can get some of those letters. Probably not all of them. The A's are hard in some of these. When you go to cut them apart, sometimes it doesn't always work out. But I don't know if I did that part. I might. It's a little bit. It's not really black and white, but it's reminiscent of it. And later we might be able to use it as something creepy or just something fun. And like, if I know some people do like fashion clothing style type glue booking and collage, and that's a good way to do it. You're finally getting, it takes a lot of work to dye the paper, to prepare the paper, to make the list for the sale, to promote the sale. Yeah. It's a lot of work, but it's a labor of love. If you love dyeing, you know, and I know you do as well. So, I don't really want this chain on here. It's a shame because I would love to have the letters or just the block love, but I'm going to let that go. I'm going to take this here because that's a nice size letter. And I like to get things where some of, you know, I like to have black and white letters, but stuff on colored letters and letters on colored backgrounds are always fun too. So I'm not gonna, well, maybe I'll save the top of her. And you know what? I might also save the feet. I could fussy cut the feet at the bottom there and then add those two. So I'll put that aside for now. I'm trying to save some hands and feet. I've been inspired a little bit by, I don't know if you guys are subscribed to Carla at Caged Fish on Instagram, and she does have a YouTube channel as well. But she's been doing, she calls them something yearbook pictures, like funky or unusual, something like that. But she puts like bodies and heads, so she'll have a body and an elephant head, or an elephant body and a people head. She does statue heads on people and animals, and animal heads on people and statue. Like, it's really fun. But I think if we cut her out, that's kind of a fun thing, right? And then maybe we could then if you have different legs and stuff, you can kind of build your own person. And I've been kind of inspired to save some things. Ooh, I'm sorry about that loud noise. I'll get that in the morning. It will be on this Friday. Oh, how fun for you. Yay. Those are great colors. All right. Now on this one, what I really want is just some of this blue for collage fodder. I know different people call collage fodder different stuff, but I like to have swaths of color and texture. So sometimes if there's like a big picture of a rug or whatever, I'll save that. This is nice if you have something that's white, but you don't want it to be white. So maybe you get enough for a background, or you can add color to the background of things this way. I found you guys saw it a lot in like the Rollatini when we were doing the collage rolls, as a way to fill space where you don't really want white space. If you love Carla over at Caged Fish, she's an amazing lady. She does a lot of collage stuff, and she's, I don't know if she's, because I don't get, no, I got a few notifications today. I set it up on my phone because I've been filming since yesterday, a whole day. I'm definitely going to take this watch face. I like it. It's a nice size. So we'll just cut out this watch. It's okay if we cut the band off. I don't usually do the bands. I usually just do the faces, because that's my favorite part, honestly. Ooh, how about we take this lady's legs? we'll use that. Well, that could be fun later on. Okay. I'm probably not going to cut all of her out, but you know what I think I do? I do kind of want her head. It's a longer neck, and that could be, this is where we're mixy-matchy people-y things. And I want the Max Mara for the letters. Fashion magazines are good for letters, eyes, and like Bazaar has bizarre pictures in it. Sounds very cool. I'm going to T-ball than pizza. Ooh, nice. That sounds like a great way to spend a Friday, Roseanne. How are those grandbabies doing? So we're going to take Vogue, and I do like this picture, so I'm going to take that. And I want the word winter, so what I'm actually going to do is just cut off this whole part here. I don't need the 2025. But, or maybe I do, I don't know. But I don't need this big extra bits. I find that when it's really long like that, it's a little bit harder to store without it getting like folded or messed. Did I just throw my scissors on the floor? No, I didn't. Something fell on the floor. Okay, hold on. It'll lean down. Oh, the magazine fell on the floor. It slid right off. My bed is right next to, the bed I'm sleeping is right next to. Let's see down here. Nope, there's no way to get those. I don't really, these are great small pictures, but they have the word Vogue at the top, and I would be cutting the ladies' heads off if I tried to keep them. So this can be cropped down later, or I can even cut out the lady. I like to leave myself with lots of options for what to do with the collage stuff. But once you've cut it out, then you're stuck with it cut out. And I have found myself wishing I hadn't cut a few things out occasionally. Like, this would be better as a square image. But I can always cut it out later if I want. And this has the big poofy sleeve on it. I don't think I'd be running with big poofy sleeves. It feels like you get a lot of resistance that way. So, here we go. We've got a big bottle here with a city that you can see behind it. I'm going to want Grand Soir for ransom letters. Let's check over here if there's anything. Meeting the moment. I kind of like that, but I'm wondering if I just want to take this big bottle, and I'll just do it right now because this is big. I'm going to do the top, but probably I'm going to replace the top or part of it with something else, because it could turn into a robot, or it could turn into a person. I could add legs and arms, and if I found some little, like, because it's got the picture in there. There are several things that I think I could do to it to make it interesting and a little surreal as a collage, right? But yeah. And I love it. It's a little big, but you know, I like all sizes of books. I like big ones, definitely. You guys, I'm sure you guys remember Bessie, our big Halloween journal. And you can see the city kind of reflected. I'm not sure what city. That might be London. Maybe that's the London Bridge. I'm not sure. But it's a bridge over some water made out of stone. And then you can see the cityscape in the background. So I don't like the word here. That's the only reason that I might cover it up. So, but there are several fun things that could be done with this. Getting too big, they make follow the rule. They make follow the rules. And when I had to put my 3-year-old granddaughter in timeout, she told me, "Go ahead, but I'm not gonna cry." They come with such amazing personalities, don't they? Okay, maybe the watch face. I've had several pictures of her, so let's see what's on the other side. Oh, that's different. Look at that coat. Okay, I will probably fussy cut him out. That's a little more complicated than, I'll probably cut this strap off though, because I don't like fussing with those. Unless I find some way, like I want to attach something to it that's part of the collage. But that way, because that's just a fun picture, and I think we can change it around a couple of different ways. We could definitely give him a different head. For sure. Snow goose. You know, we could keep this if we cut snow goose off there. We could keep that and maybe use it as the background for some other collage. So let's do that. I do love me some backgrounds, and we'll cut that raw edge off there. Oh, stabbing a box. Oh boy. Well, I find it interesting. Go ahead and put me in timeout. I'm not going to cry. That a little defiant, but yeah, that's very dangerous. She could hurt herself, and we don't want that. I think I may, in fact, I'm kind of falling in love with, I would cut this part away and maybe insert something else into there. But I do like this with the water because the water's kind of choppy, and then it's like ice there. So this is like some kind of ice flow or something, but I need to trim off this rough edge, or I'm not going to get a straight edge on the other cut. Well, we will send some calming energies that way for you guys, because you don't want, thankfully it was a box. But scissors are not good to just have loose with, you know, younger children. I feel your worry and your concern there. But yeah, I think we could cut that away and insert, like what if you had like when I had the astronomy magazines, you could fill that with a night sky, or you could put an image so that there was a planet right there. There's just fun things to do with that. Oops, that's the wrong magazine. We will get to the Audubon. I have another one of her, and I just love this image. I'm going to definitely fussy cut her out. And then I probably won't keep the O because it's got a barcode in it. Although I may. I don't know. That's kind of fun. But I think what I'm going to do is just, because I'm not going to take where it goes here, I'm just going to do the top part of her. So we're going to cut across here and not get her fingers chopped off. And then we'll cut off the extra paper. Love that red hat. I don't have a good hat head. But I do love hats. I love pictures of people in hats. It's a thing. It's one of my obsessions. Although I have worn, you know, one of those big, like not holiday, but vacation straw hats, because sometimes you need that. If you're someplace really sunny and you're the type of person, which I am, I sunburn. I don't really, like, I've got like a farmer's order from years of short sleeves and stuff, but if I go out in the sun and I spend a long time, I get a sunburn. I don't have like, and then I peel and it's not attractive. She would only get 3 minutes, but ended up with 7 because she's messing around right after she jumped in my lap and said she would. Aw, how sweet. That is awesome. Oops. There's my cord. Sounds like she's defiant, but she definitely loves you. She's strong-willed. Let's put it. Let's give it a positive spin. Strong-willed, determined. Okay, so I think I like that. I love this orange and black striped dress. How fun is that? Yeah, I like this side better. So I don't know if that's supposed to be a TV or a painting, but I can see the ladies, like, it's definitely not a mirror. So I think it's the lady, like the bottom of the dress matched the top in the picture. I think it's a lady looking at a picture of herself. So we'll probably take all 3 of those. She's a little warrior girl. Well, that is good, but that could be difficult for parenting and grandparenting for sure. Liam was definitely a defiant, or C. Liam is going by C now, like C, like ocean, SEA, and was definitely strong-willed and determined. And like we went to a parent-teacher meeting once, and they're like, she's a little defiant, and we're like, we realize that, but we try to frame it positively, because if you act like somebody's always difficult, she's just wanted explanations for things, really. She was not, he was not, and he still isn't the kind of person that, because I say so, is not an answer that he was willing to accept. But if you could provide sound reasoning, then he would. More times than not, it just involved an explanation of why things are the way they are. Not just a bold, I absolutely refuse to. That came later in when teenagers are not, when they're just in defiant mode. They all go through it at some point, and then they come back and they're, new and different people after exploring the world in the way that they think is best. Do we want in-step? Maybe. I don't know. We'll sit with it for a week or so, and if I don't like it at that point, we can always let it go. Just because we take words doesn't mean we have to keep them in our stash forever. Not necessary, but that's kind of fun too. And we could choose later to cut her out and give her a different upper half. Oh, I didn't mean to put that over there. Okay. You talk to them a lot. Good. Awesome. Okay. I do not need a picture of shoes. We might want the word little though. And some of those letters might be usable for ransom letters. And especially with a red background. That's fun. Those are nice blocky. Okay. Nice blocky stuff going on. The other side was just 3 pairs of shoes. Not even 3 shoes. I really love this image. And I'm going to take it again. As I finally get out and walk more, I think I might borrow Never Hopeless by Elizabeth. On days she walks, she cuts out a sneaker or a shoe and puts it on her creative daily journal. And I'm going to leave the rest of this as is. I'm just going to trim off a little bit on each side to make it a little smaller. Make it easier to store theoretically. But this could be fun because there's a break. I don't like the words, but maybe we could use the tops and the bottoms on different people, even though it's an animated thing. That could be very fun. So let me just trim off this little side over here, closer to the purse. Yeah, I hadn't watched Carla Cagefish in a long time, and I hadn't seen any of her content, although I was, content on Instagram. But it's been coming through a lot lately. This is a whole big page, so I'm going to put it behind because the whole big page doesn't really go over here. So I was happy to see her posting again on Instagram. Okay, deciding if we need any of these. That could be interesting to use. I see for a larger collage, like sometimes you cut away pieces and then you add in other stuff and you get a kind of a mashup of 2 different images. And with this, like, there's obviously it's foggy, or there's, something's happening here. It's hurried, it's rushed. So we're going to keep that one. Wow, our boobs are up there, aren't they? Oh no, it's the shorts with the, oh, what is this called? I don't like this. Well, I don't like it on me. It's not that I don't like it in general. I do not like it on me. Um, but I'm not in love with that image. And I think what I'm going to do is take these letters over here. I think those will be nice to have. Some nice gold letters. So, but what we will do is cut this down shorter so it's easier to store. Do we want the bottle? Maybe. We can cover up the logo part with something else. For sure. I do love bottles. They're very fun to use. And then we have over here off this other image, this pink part that we might keep as a collage fodder. That's a nice color. It's like it's almost an orangey pink. Okay. Oh, I love that. I don't love the middle, but we can maybe cover that. So I'm definitely, and I think this is, well, I'll cut it up. I'll fussy cut it later because we're trying to get 2 magazines done this evening. But there we go. Love the color, that yellow and that green. Ooh.